This conference will now be recorded.
Peace, power, and prosperity, family. This is another new money matrix tutorial, and today we will be going over the Rune asset, which is part of the Thorchain ecosystem. So if we take a look at CoinGecko, which shows the top, 100 plus cryptocurrencies in the market, what we'll do is we will let everything load up, and then we're going to take a look at Rune, which if you're looking for it, it's under Thorchain. Today, as of April 27th, 2021, it is trading at $15.20, up 9.3% within the last 24 hours versus United States dollars. And this was a currency that, when first found, it was operating on the BEP2 or the Binance blockchain, and you were actually able to stake it on a platform, or a website rather, called runevault.org. At the time, which was a little over a year ago, maybe longer, you were able to receive up to 1% weekly rewards until the launch of the BEP swap in Chaosnet. Now, you do have Rune that runs on the Binance blockchain still, which is a BEP20 token, but it now has upgraded, and the Thorchain, which is its own own blockchain, is now live, which allows for swapping and adding liquidity across multiple blockchains. So it's cross-chain compatible, also known as the multi-chain Chaosnet. Now, what we're going to be focusing on today is just the Chaosnet. So you do have two different websites, right? You have thorchain.com, which if we hit swap tokens, it's going to take us to thorswap.finance, which this runs on the Thorchain. And if we go to add liquidity, it's also going to take us to the thorswap.finance, where we can provide liquidity in not only native BTC, but a number of other native cryptocurrencies. Litecoin, you can see available, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum on the BEP2 network, as well as ERC20 tokens, which are available on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, just a little background on what Thorchain is exactly. Let's go to Masari.io, and it's going to give us just a quick overview. It goes on to state that Thorchain is an independent blockchain built using the Cosmos SDK that will serve as a cross-chain decentralized exchange. Cross-chain meaning multiple blockchains, more than one blockchain. Decentralized exchange is an exchange that has no central authority to it. You're able to utilize it just usually by connecting your decentralized wallet. It uses an automated market maker model that resembles the first iterations of Bancor, BNT, or Uniswap, where Thorchain's native token, Rune, will be the base swap pair. This model allows traders to move between different asset pools using Rune as a somewhat hidden intermediary. It also rewards liquidity providers, or LPs, which are those that deposit or stake assets on either side of a liquidity pool, with a portion of trading fees. It uses an AMM model to facilitate crypto asset swaps, an independent crypto network that aims to enable the exchange of assets across disparate blockchain networks. Disparate, I believe that's disparate. blockchain networks in a non-custodial manner. Let me see. Yeah, disparate, containing or made of fundamentally different and other incongruous elements. Incongruous. Okay, simple enough. All right, so once again, an independent network that aims to enable the exchange of assets across disparate blockchain networks in a non-custodial manner, meaning that you're not giving up custody. Its protocol features a cross-chain bridge system known as Bitfrost protocol to connect different chains. ThorChain also uses an adapted versions of Bancor's smart tokens, which it calls continuous liquidity pools, or CLPs, to facilitate the exchange of assets. The key difference is that CLPs reward users for contributing to the liquidity pool, contributing to the liquidity in each pool. ThorChain features a native token, Rune, that owners can use to participate in the network or add to a liquidity pool. I don't think we're going to go too much into history. You just want to get a quick overview on what exactly ThorChain is. Let me see. Well, it's quick. We can give a quick history lesson. It goes on to state that the ThorChain project was founded in 2018 under the premise that the use of centralized exchanges to transfer crypto assets between different blockchains was flawed. Non-custodial exchanges, otherwise known as decentralized exchanges, were the long-term solution. Therefore, the ThorChain team set out to build an independent blockchain that could bridge to external networks and thus facilitate cross-chain transfers, functioning similarly to a DEX. The problem often facing DEX is finding sufficient liquidity. Traders gravitate towards platforms where they won't lose any value due to slippage, but these same traders are the ones who provide enough liquidity to prevent slippage in the first place. In response, ThorChain, the ThorChain team plans to implement an adapted model of Bancor's smart token to create what it calls continuous liquidity pools. And these pools of available assets give traders access to liquidity without needing to find or contact another buyer or seller. ThorChain also distributes rewards in the form of Rune, the network's native token, to any user that adds tokens to a liquidity pool. At the same time, token owners can stake their assets and earn the fees accumulated from other users accessing the pool. ThorChain is a Tendermint-based chain and therefore uses Tendermint BFT, or Byzantine fault tolerance, as its consensus mechanism. It also employs proof of stake, or Sybil resistance, as part of the POS element. A system of validators can stake Rune tokens to run network nodes and validate transactions. ThorChain allows token holders to delegate to these validators, which keeps validators in check and permits delegators to a portion of each block reward. The project is looking to launch its mainnet at some point in 2021. It has also launched an AMA on the Binance chain called BepSwap. That's what we're going to be taking a look at today. One thing I do want to take a look at though is go over a couple of terms that were used. One is continuous liquidity pools, and I believe here we go. Continuous liquidity pools are an innovative development by the ThorChain team to allow access to liquidity without needing to find a buyer or seller on an exchange. CLP is actually an adaptation of the smart token that Bancor uses in the liquidity network, with one important distinction. Liquidity in the pools can be placed there by anyone and earns them a return at the same time. Thus, liquidity becomes permissionless and incentivized. With CLPs, anyone can exchange tokens at any time with no need to contact another token holder, or in the traditional world of brokerage, directly through an on-chain transaction. The idea behind this elegant solution is that the CLP essentially becomes an in-house exchange. Any token holder can place in tokens and receive back Rune, the currency of the network, at a price that is deterministic at all times. Further, token holders can link together two pools in one transaction, placing in one token and receiving any other token in the network. At the same time, an inbuilt mechanism provides fees to users who provide the liquidity, which of course incentivize further liquidity. Users will stake their assets and passively earn an income whenever the pools are used. Fees are proportional to trade size and liquidity depth, so that users are incentivized to stake wherever there's large volume and low liquidity, creating a self-balancing economy. CLPs can then function as a trustless on-chain price feed to power advanced features of the protocol, such as maintaining security over bridges, enabling an advanced layer 2 network, and trade features such as lending, margin trading, and indexes. So just a little background on what exactly CLPs are. And do we want to get into Tendermint? Let me see. Do we want to get into Tendermint? That's liquidity providers. No, we can leave it there for now. So what we're going to do now is actually come over to the Thorchain website, and we are going to go to the BEP swap, which is on the chaosnet.bepswap.com website. And it is over here that we are going to provide liquidity in one of the underlying asset pools over here on the left. Now, when providing liquidity, you have to provide it in a balanced, weighted liquidity pool token, meaning whichever one of these pools we choose to go with, which I'm actually seeing that the Polkadot, which only has, let's see, 24-hour volume, about 20,000 in 24-hour volume over the last 24 hours. Total fees 16,000. Total swaps 1,539. Right now the APY is 100%. Total members only 117. Total earnings 115,000. Total liquidity is right under 1,767,000, or a little under $1,000,000. And I like the Polkadot asset, so maybe Polkadot and Rune, and let me see who else has Phantom. Phantom's only 54 cents right now. Let's take a look and see what Phantom's looking like so far. And I just want to take a look and see what it looks like statistics wise before we make a choice, just a blind choice. Wow, up 37% for the day. In fact, over the last, nice. Only 54 cents right now. And let's see. Okay, so this is a smart contract platform for digital assets and dApps. Speed, security, and scalability. Delivers unparalleled speed, security, and reliability. Okay, so another platform for them to build on top of. Nice. So I think we're gonna go with FTM in Rune and the dot asset in Rune. So we're gonna have to do half and half of each currency. Now, in order to do that, one is going to have to start with BNB in their wallet. And the wallet that we are going to be utilizing is going to be the Trust wallet. As we can see, we do have one available now, which does hold about $67 in BNB. So what we're going to do is break it down actually in maybe use 40 for our demonstration, meaning we're going to be making $20 liquidity pool tokens. So once we balance them out, it's going to be 10 in one asset, 10 in another asset. So in order to gain exposure to the assets, we go to our DEX here. We swap out our BNB just to make things easier. And because the fees are low, swap it out with BUSD. So let's just do 40 BUSD. We'll swap that out. The network fee, as you can see, is 2 cents. Max slippage is 1%. Swap successfully completed. So now what we do is we use BUSD and we go after FTM. And we'll grab 10. Oh, hold on. Switch this back over to BUSD. There we go. So we'll grab 10,314 FTM tokens. Swap that out. Let me see, it's saying it's insufficient BNB balance, but oh, okay. It should be BUSD. I don't know why it keeps changing over. BUSD, and then I guess we have to get FTM. There we go. Oh, okay, so I see. They're not even allowing the BUSD to be swapped with FTM, which in my opinion is I don't know why they wouldn't allow for that type of swap between the two though. I really don't get it. So let's do this then. Oh, see, we can swap there. Let me see. Yeah, see, they're not allowing the we can just do it like this. So 0.017. And then we come over and get the FTM token. And we already know we need 0.017. Hold on. Yep, okay. It's gonna get us 17 tokens. So we swap that out. Not round. Okay, hold on. Max slippage. Quantity is not rounded to lot size. Cool. Now, why is it giving us some resistance here, trying to swap this out for FTM? Let's try this with dot then. Polka dot for BEP2. We can use BSD here. So we'll get 0.28 dot. It's not allowing the transfers to be done on the DEX for some reason. Let's see if we can actually use the exchange market then. So we're looking at here. We want .BUSD. Let's do, there we go, 10. We're just looking for 0.3. Let's buy. There we go. me see, and that should have been successful. Was it? Let's try this again. Ah, there we go. So it did go through. So now we can see we have 20 bucks left. So now we need to obtain the Rune asset. Let me see, and we see we have Rune versus both BNB and BUSD. We can exchange. There we go. We can buy Rune with that small amount of, let me see. Now let's go back. Check our transactions. There we go. We do have DOT. So we do have 20 bucks worth of DOT. Now what we're looking for is $20 worth of the Rune token. Let's see, it is taking its time. And what that is that it's taking its time loading up, so it's not picking everything up exactly when it should be, when it should pick it up. Let's go back and check our wallet. Interesting. Oh, okay. So this is locked in the transaction then. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and send a couple more dollars over here to our BNB wallet. Here we go. And we'll be sending just a small amount over. While we wait for the Rune transaction to go through. Let's actually go and add Rune. Step 2. There we go. Let's see, that would give us 10. Okay, so yeah, we're still waiting for the exchange of the Rune token to go through. It's taking a little bit of time. Patience is a must within this space, definitely. When waiting for transactions to go through and be processed, it may not go in the speed at which we want it to all the time. So we must learn to be patient. In fact, let's do this just so that we can proceed with the process. What I'm actually going to do is send over an amount of Rune, just enough to proceed through with the demonstration. And now we have sent funds. There we go. Now, in order to facilitate the creation of a liquidity pool token, in which we will be using half dot and half Rune and receiving 100% APY in the fees. So let's actually go back over to our browser now, and we'll go to BepSwap. Now, the next process, you're going to have to utilize your Trust Wallet on another device, not the same device as where you're going to be using the browser at. Reason being, if you are using the Trust, you're going to have to use the Wallet Connect, which you'll have to scan to link your mobile device. So what you will be going to on your mobile device would be Settings, Wallet Connect, and then you would be scanning said QR code that's available on the Chaosnet BepSwap.com website. So what we're going to do now is scan this with the same wallet that is available right now actually on another mobile device, so we can enter into the ecosystem. So now I'm going to be confirming the transactions on my mobile device, though I will be controlling the functions on the browser. So I'm going to confirm the connection of the Trust Wallet to the BepSwap. And now we should be, yes, we are connected now. Now the specific pool that we are looking for is the Polkadot. Here it is. So what we'll do is we'll go to niche, and we will actually add our full amount of dot and Rune, though one could, if you did not want to incur any type of impermanent loss, provide just dot. But in this case, we're going to create a liquidity pool token. I'm going to make sure we got enough of the Rune, which we only had about 19. There we go. That should be enough. So we're doing $19.73, $19.73 dot versus Rune. So now we're going to drag to add this. And now what you'll be looking for, confirm transaction using your Trust Wallet, you'll be looking for the confirmation or for the confirmed transaction to be signed on the mobile device that's operating as the controller of the browser. So I'm going to confirm that. And I am now adding these two assets together. Now, if I want to see said pair, I would come over up in the left-hand corner of the browser, click on my address. You can see the assets that one holds. And then we can go to pool shares. Okay, understand we don't have any yet, so it's still loading. Let it go through. Yeah, because it should be showing the liquidity pool token that we've created. So we will be patient. Let me see if we went to withdraw. Okay, so yeah, the transaction hasn't gone through fully yet. We're still waiting for confirmation. Once confirmation is made, we will then know that we are able to either withdraw and or look at the pool shares. that will be available to us. So what we'll do is give it a couple of minutes and let everything go through.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so as we can see, we do have the liquidity pool token. Let's view on runestake.info. Let me see. There we go. When you can, and if it was more data, we can usually see it on runestake.info. Let me see if it gets. Yeah. Okay. Let's. See, there's nothing to even come up with, but you can usually check it out. And I'll do an update to the liquidity pool token at a later time to show the development. Um, let's actually walk through one more time. Let's walk through that one more time, that process. And I think what we're gonna use this time, let's actually do. Let's see, which one was it? The FTM? Yeah, here we go. Just let's go swap real quick. We do have Rune 44. Let's do it. That gives us 1.83. We will confirm transaction on the Trust wallet. If it goes through for us, come on. Let's try it one more time. Let's refresh. Go back to add, wallet connect, our QR code. And you're gonna have times where you run into technical difficulties, obstacles within the space. We have to remember that we are in the beta stage with all this new technology that we're utilizing. None of this has been battle tested. We are the ones that are battle testing it as of right now, today, in real time. So let's go back. Let's go. We wanted to do FTM, Phantom. Let's swap. And let's do 50-50. And now we're looking for there we go. We're looking for the confirmation on our side. And there goes the swap. So that's going to give us 5.9 FTM. Now we go to add. Okay, and we're still waiting. Let's see. Let's refresh, see if it went through. There we go. Went back through the wallet connect process. Now we scroll down. We look for the Phantom liquidity pool. Let's see. There we go. And we only did a small amount, just walking through the process. Once again, we're going to drag to add, and we're doing half and half. Only about $3 here, $3 there, just for tutorial purposes. We are now adding that rune. There we go. And that FTM. And through the process, we use two different outlets to swap the tokens. In one transaction, we use the built-in DEX that is available on the Trust wallet. On the second transaction, we use the swap that is available on the BEP swap, showing that you have more than one option in this space. There's no one way to do anything. So now that we've provided that, let's now reconnect. See if we can take a look at the back office. Excuse me. And let's click on our address. Take a look at our pool shares. And as of right now, only DOT is showing, as the other one may still be going through the process of being confirmed. We do know that the transaction was done though. So as of right now, it's just a waiting game. Let's refresh. See if we can get both of them to come up. Yep, there we go. There we go. So we got DOT, we have our FTM liquidity pool share tokens. And that is how you would go about actually providing liquidity for any one of these liquidity pools that's available to you on the BEP swap, rather the Chaosnet. So on the next tutorial, we'll actually be going through how to utilize the Thor chain and using ThorSwap.finance to provide native currencies along with the Rune token. I hope that this tutorial was helpful for the viewer. Until the next one, this has been a New Money Matrix tutorial. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. I'm out of here.